Greetings, everyone. Demonius X here. You may be thinking, why am I looking at a bed? Well, there's a reason for this. I'm going to be reviewing a game, but before we do that, I want to go through a little history lesson for any retro freak gamers like myself. You all remember the company Sunsoft, right? They used to make, some pretty decent games, for their time. I mean, they made Gremlins 2, they made Journey to Silius, they made a really good port of the arcade game Spy Hunter, and they also made some Super NES titles like Aero the Acrobat and a bunch of stupid Looney Tune titles that brought them to their grave. Or so we thought. But of course, there's another thing that they made that really put them on the map. What I consider the greatest game of all time is this little gem, Blaster Master. We all remember this game. If you see my top 10 NES titles, you definitely know what this game entails. Great game with great graphics and sound, awesome level designs, and so forth. And if you always want to know who that thing is right there, that's the final boss of the game. Some people already figured that out as soon as they bought the game. So, what has happened with Blaster Master since then? Well, in 1992, there was a sequel for the Sega Genesis. And there's a cartridge for whatever factory you may want to use it for. But here was the problem. In the back of the case, all it did was tell you what the Sophia 3rd does. Now, why would they do that? I'll tell you why. The game looks like shit, it sounds like shit, and it plays terribly. I consider Blaster Master 2 a boring game in the making, and it should have never been made, especially on the Sega Genesis. Not the disc to Genesis, but the SNES would have been a better system to make Blaster Master on. After all, Blaster Master made its home on the NES to start with. But there's one more Blaster Master game I have in my collection that I want to show that I forgot to pull out for this review. And I will show you it in just a minute. But there has been quite a few Blaster Master games during its run, and none of them sold or did as well as the original NES game. Now we have this game. This is Blaster Master Boy. I want to tell you, this is not an original Blaster Master game. Blaster Master Boy is a port of a game that was on the Game Boy called Bomber King. Except they modified the character sprite to look more like Jason and called it a Blaster Master title. I am very disappointed in how that game turned out. And if you've played the game like I have all the way through, you realize that even the storyline reminds you of another game that was on the NES called Robo Warrior. And Robo Warrior was pretty much the same game, just different level layouts, and the music's the same. So why would they do that? I don't know the full story behind it, so otherwise I would tell you. Okay. Then we go through many, many years of no Blaster Masters. Until 2001, when this crap fest was released. This is Blaster Master blasting again for the Sony PlayStation. Okay. So you may ask yourselves, okay, well, since you own these Blaster Master titles, and you say they're all crap, why do you own them? Well, Demonius X has to say one little thing, and the one little thing is the reason why I own those titles is because I'm a fan of Blaster Master. And when you're a fan even of a series that sucks balls, you really want to own the carts just to say, hey, I own this. Much like other games on the SNES, Genesis, and so forth that didn't get much rep. But there's a reason for all this history. We all thought Sunsoft died and was buried after the Blaster Master blasting again. Nothing was heard from them again. Only in Japan were they even heard of. But barely in Japan were they holding on. But I'm going to turn the attention towards the television. Now, what you're about to witness is history in the making in the best way possible. I'm trying to get this camera in a way that I can show you something and not break it. There we go. That looks about right. I would turn off my light, but I don't really want to get up right now because I got a pretty good balance here. Damn camera. Fucking piece of shit. Anyways. Okay, turn on the television. Turn on my game system. I'm about to show you. Yes, you already know what system it's on. Ladies and gentlemen, may I bring you Blaster Master Overdrive. Sorry for that lame introduction. Okay. I'm going to start a new game just to show you the story and explain to the viewers what this game entails. See, and there's the Sunsoft logo. They're back! Somewhat. Well, you have a story. I notice the music is the same as the NES version, just better quality. The world has been taken over pretty much by a virus, and humans and animals were being affected, and these different beings were killing people, putting them in, or closely killing them by putting them in a deep sleep state, excuse me. And this is basically telling you the human race was facing extinction. Now, this douchebag by the name of Alex, who the hell knows who he is, he somehow has the Sophia technology and whatnot, wants to save his son and his son and wife by jumping into Sophia and finding a cure and defeating the mutants. Pretty stale story, but that's basically what it is. Okay, this should look familiar for all those who played the first one. And here you go. Blaster Master Overdrive. Fuck. Yeah, way to start a review, man. Get yourself killed. This game has large and small energy packs when you kill enemies. 1 fires, 2 jumps. And here's where you start your adventure. This labyrinth-like setting. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, can Alex exit the tank? Yes, he can. And he does it so slow. How he moves? It's terrible. Now, if you press the up button, just like in the original games, this is your save. Go in here, you can choose to save, whatever. We're not going to be doing that. He moves terribly slow. I mean, seriously. And Blaster Master 1, he moved. Jason moves faster. But here's a good part. You hold the fire button and hold B on your Wii remote. Basically, you hold this, and you hold this, and you can strafe. A first for a Blaster Master game. Wait, I take that back. Blasting Again had that. I apologize. You can upgrade your gun 5 times. You got 3 different guns. You have this one, which is nifty. It's not homing. It looks like it would be a homing item, but it's not. And it's horribly weak. Look how much it takes to kill 1 enemy. See, that's pathetic. And remember your grenades? That's your grenades now. Yeah, pretty disappointing, I know. But they do their job. I prefer this and the grenade launcher as my weapons. Control pad moves. Okay, these things right here, remember heart containers from Mega Man X? These are basically what these are. If you look over to your hold on a second.